Well, hi. I'm Deborah the Smile Lady, sitting here with my custom designed nightshirt made by arrow and spear, sword, and I have my little turtle earrings on. The rain is coming down really hard in sunny California. It'll probably be raining through Monday, tomorrow, and it really puts me in a cleansing, reflective mood. Anybody that knows me knows I love the rain, I love snow, and I love the autumn and the spring. And I guess you say, what is she doing in California? She likes all of that. Believe it or not, I really don't like the heat, but in the summertime, I would prefer California heat over the humidity, like in Florida or North Carolina or New York in the summer. So I would probably say summers I would prefer in California, and spring, winter, and fall I would prefer a place that has seasons. So I just love seasons. So whether it's in New York or North Carolina, I love seasons. But what I wanted to really talk about here 2017 and how this year started and after the inauguration and the Women's March, I sat up and started reflecting on me and how I reacted to the situation. And I was really, I can't even think of the word how I felt. It's funny because right after the election, the day after the election, my bird Sky died. I was teary-eyed already because of that, and I said, "Boy, I need to step up my game. This is a wake-up call. I could do more. I have been resting on my laurels for a while, tired, saying I'm tired. But that's not an excuse. I'm around so many people that are so positive and encouraging, and I try to surround myself with mentors that will take me to the next level. And you can have mentors that are younger than you. And as I was sitting up and I was preparing to do this show, and the topic is, are you afraid of success? And that seems to be a huge, huge thing there. Success. Are we afraid of success? And just as I was thinking of what to say, what to do, I came across a video that just popped up. You know how it is when you're on Facebook or YouTube and the next thing comes up. This YouTube video came up which featured Dr. Maya Angelou. And she had the 10 rules for success. And I said, wow, that would be really, really, really good to parallel. And I want to just start out on the 10 rules for success. She has one more, the 11th is a bonus. And then I can go and talk on each point, intertwining it with, are you afraid of success? So her number one rule is just do right. Wow, that's just so simple. You know what your parents or mentors or whoever raised you taught you. Do the right thing. If you wouldn't do it in the light, don't do it in the dark. Common sense. a lot of things. Do the right thing. Then the next one was courage. You need courage to fulfill the rest of the steps. You need courage to stand up for what's right. You need courage if you see somebody getting mistreated and you want to stand up or fight for that. And the Women's March I was just so proud and so disappointed I could not make that march. But everybody who made it, I am so proud and so in awe at the generations, the older people, people on walkers, people in wheelchairs, people strap their babies to their chest. Hats off to you. So that takes courage. And then the response to it is say, where were you on voting day? Instead of, applauding it. But anyway, the next point is love. Love yourself first. It's like when you get on the airplane and they describing how you would survive in case of, a major situation. Put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you can help others. And I think Maya Angelou said her grandmother told her this. Don't know who originated it, but her grandmother told her, never take a shirt from a naked man. Which means if I don't love myself, how can I love you or teach you to love? Then she goes with my favorite, laughter. Laughter is healing. Laughter, you can do research. Check out Norman Cousins. Check out, just Google laughter. Laughter, Laughing University. Laughter is healing. It releases those endorphins. It is necessary. And hugs. They just came out. It was a study that women need hugs mainly. Men do too. But you need a hug. That is stronger than a dose of chemotherapy. Hugs. At least a 26-second hug. Not a pat on the back or pat your shoulder, but a 26-second hug where you can almost feel the heartbeat. Hug your child, touch your child. I truly believe I added the hugs part in with the love. If the children had positive touches, the ones that are susceptible for being violated have not been touched in a positive or any other manner. So when that negative touch comes along and it feels pretty good, they don't know the difference between a bad touch and a good touch. So along with the love, you want to hug, touch. In this age of technology, gosh, where no eye contact, you have this courage to write things and bully over maybe the computer where you wouldn't have the courage to do it face to face. Or say love things if you're extremely shy. Say encouraging things over the computer. But we have to have that social touch and that hug. That's a necessity. And she said this, be a blessing to someone. That is so important. She says if somebody said, and Mother Teresa says this too, a person's life should be better because they met you. Not worse, better. Mary McLeod Bethune says, as I learn, I teach. I think my mother says, well, I didn't know what to do, and as I knew better, I did better. That's why I think grandparents make the best. They're like parents with erasers on it because they didn't know what they were doing maybe with their children, but they get a chance to correct it with their grandchildren. Then you want to go, the sixth point is turn your struggle into triumph. Now I know we've all got a story to tell. We've all had struggles. she shared a very personal struggle. How when she was raped, when she was 7.5 years old, and she didn't speak for 5 years. And she went on to speak about that, saying, in a way, it was a blessing because she read everything in her library, all she could in the other library, the white library. She memorized Shakespeare and she memorized pieces and she wrote in her journal. So when she spoke at nearly 13 years old, she had something to say. And that's why she was who she was. May she rest in peace. So turn lemons into lemonade. Be a rainbow in someone's cloud. You're here for a purpose, and it's just not you're for and no more. A lot of times, well, I did what I was supposed to do, so I could just sit back and just let everybody else struggle. No. Everybody has a purpose, and I say this through Smile. If you aren't working your purpose, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? That's what I say. Then you want to go with, you are talented. You are gifted. You have a smile to share. I get really upset with the school system, educational system. Well, we have the gifted and talented children, then we have the other children. And if you look up Howard Gardner, I'm not going to be expounding on the 9 forms of intelligence. It used to be just, 7. But there's 9 forms of intelligence. Just go ahead and look up Howard Gardner. Find out where you fit, your children fit, your grandchildren fit. Because I say this, what is it you love doing so much you would do it even if you did not get paid? And you've probably been doing it ever since you were 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. And not something your parents said you should be or forced you to be, but where you felt like you were in the zone and in heaven when you did it. You love doing it so much, you've probably been doing it every day, since you were born, not getting paid. But you want to learn how to get paid for it. That's probably your purpose, whether it's singing, dancing, architect, teaching, playing school all the time. You may have that physical gift where you're an athlete. So find out what your purpose is. And you can have 1 or 2 things that you're gifted in. 1 or 2 things that you're gifted in. So it doesn't have to be just one thing. You can be a dancer, fashion designer. You could be a fashion designer and lawyer, an attorney. So just figure out what you love to do. So much you would do it, even if you did not get paid. We were all born to smile. You are, I am gifted. Just find out what that area is. Learn to say no. I know Shonda Rhimes, she has a book, and her book is called A Year of Yes. I just got this book. I'm just on the 6th chapter. I love this book by Shonda Rhimes. And A Year of Yes, because she always said no. She got a publicist to say no for her. No. And if you don't know who Shonda Rhimes is, just turn on the TV on Thursday evening. How to Get Away with Murder, Grey's Anatomy, Scandal. These, and I think she has as a 4th one. So that's Shondaland. Shonda Rhimes, and how she got to where she is. I'll probably do a review on it once I finish. But again, A Year of Yes. So you'll know why she titled that book. I love the way she breaks up the chapters, and she has a comfortable form, a very real conversational form of writing. So I would recommend that book right now. I'm not finished with it yet. So okay, then you would go with I'm learning to say no. Let me get back to that. I am learning to say no without guilt. I think you can say no, and feel guilty. That doesn't help anything. It stresses you out more if you're worrying about, oh, woe is me, and what are they going to think about me, and they help me, so I should help them. And well, no, when you help somebody or somebody helps you, it should be from the heart, not be there where well, I'm doing this so she could do this for me, unless it's an arrangement, a barter arrangement. That's different. Then you don't give a gift saying, I wonder what they're going to give me. No, when you give a gift, you should give it freely from your heart, not expecting anything. And when it comes back, that's a bonus. So that's what I say about that. And learning to say no. You don't have to say yes because they came over and brought you some tea. Oh, I got to say yes now if she asks me to do anything, or he asks me to do anything. No. So, and then she goes, Maya Angelou. These are the 10 points where Maya Angelou are the keys to success. Always do your best. Always do your best. I know John Wooden's Pyramid of Success pretty much says the same thing. The very last point at the top of the pyramid is always do your best. So, it's like, I just give them half today, and then I'll give them the other half tomorrow, then I'll give them 2/3 the next day. No. Always your best. She ended it. It was so neat. I hope you can find this on YouTube. Just kind of Google or search YouTube and see how she delivers her 10 rules for success. She says, keep rising. And she quoted or recited her piece, Still I Rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still like air I'll rise. You can Google Still I Rise for the whole piece there. So, in other words, get up, dust the dirt off, and keep moving. You may fall down, but you don't have to stay down. And I know Oprah, there was a segment on Oprah where she says, yes, we have tear ducts and you can cry for maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then get over it. Nobody's telling you not to hurt, not to cry, not to feel bad, not to feel sad or lonely, but just don't wallow in it and go out and you have this air of gloom and depress everybody else. And the final, here's her bonus, was, and this is difficult, be complaint free. Nobody wants somebody around that's always talking about somebody. You may be talking about me in this video right now, or it didn't even have to be this video, something else. Be complaint free. You'll complain, look at her hair, look at her shirt, look how she's sitting, look at this, look at that, or anything else you want to complain about, not knowing that somebody could be doing the same thing to you. They say you point your finger at somebody, 1 is going towards them, 3 are coming back to you. I'm afraid of the people in denial that think they're just perfect. And they don't start the fights, they just finish them, they this, and that. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of the people who think it's everybody else's fault. There's a saying, I don't know who did this, the difference between a man and a boy is the boy will take credit for his successes and blame everybody else for their failure. Same with, and then with a man will take credit for their success and learn from their mistakes and not blame anybody. Use it as a stepping stone to that next level, a learning lesson. Not blaming everybody else, but taking responsibility, like they said up earlier. Turn your tragedy into triumph. Triumph. Make lemonade out of the lemons. So there you go. Be complaint free. I think out of all of them, that may be the hardest for pretty much all of us. And I think in this, we can say ouch at some of these points, especially the areas we're weak. So for people who say no all the time, maybe you should learn to say yes, like Shonda Rhimes. She always said no, 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 no. And those who say yes all the time and feel that they're going to save the world and they're burning the candle at both ends, learn to say no without guilt and take care of yourself. So those 10 points I loved, which comes on top of it. Are you afraid of success? What is success to you? Is it money? I'm not money motivated. Money doesn't equate success to me. Because look at some of these people who have passed on. Had millions of dollars. Was not happy. They may have been doing what they love and considered themselves successful. But were they really, are we really happy here in this lonely game we play? Or are we wearing the mask like Paul Dunbar said in the 1800s? We wear the mask that grins and lies, that hides our cheeks and shades our eyes. Look up Paul Laurence Dunbar. We wear the mask. Make that something you memorize. I'd say a lot of times we're afraid of success because once we succeed, if it's a visual thing, we no longer have our privacy, or they'll expect more of us, or they'll try to steal from us, or my friends may not like me anymore because I've gone to that next level. Or like Black Wall Street, Rosewood, people will be so jealous of your success that they destroy you. Destroy your character. I don't believe there's anyone on this earth without some baggage or something that they wouldn't tell somebody. It's between them and God. So don't be so hard on people. Like I remember, who was it? One famous actor was on Clinton. And then another famous actor was on this other actor, and come to find out, they were guilty of doing the same thing, but didn't think anybody was going to catch them. It comes out that, bam, they were even doing worse than the person that they were accusing and talking about in public. I got these gray hairs here because every time somebody said something about me, which was pretty much most of the time a lie, or they expanded or embellished on the truth, I would try to defend myself. But it didn't make sense. It made me even look worse. So I quit. And I have a solution when people come up to me and just make insulting remarks. Unless they're just totally clueless, they know when they're making a disparaging remark. So when they ask me something crazy, I'll say, and? Like, in other words, And what's your point? And if they're really, really bold enough to repeat it, that and should get them to thinking, oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Now they got a little bit of sense. But if I say, and, then and they repeat it, they deserve the response, whatever the response I give them. And then, of course, I'll look like I'm rude or whatever, like, touching your hair, or is that a weave, or da-da-da-da-da, something really crazy. Hello? Cultural etiquette, knowing different cultures, knowing when to say things and when not to say things. Yeah, you could be yourself, but you don't have to be yourself at the expense of hurting someone else. 2 R's, rude or respectful. You could be rude, or you could do it in a respectful way. And some things you don't blast in public. Some things you may. If someone makes a very disparaging remark or bully someone in public, you don't wait and take them to private or leave and say, I should have said something. No. That's something that you do right then, put them in check. But if it's something that, you know what, I'm going to tell them about this later, they're not getting away with this. This was very disrespectful. This hurt me, da-da-da. You could do it that way. So I know all of us is messed up. I know all of us have. And sometimes we don't teach our children nowadays how to act in public. Our parents were on us, all the time. Sit up straight, look a person in the eye, blah, blah, blah. Excuse me, did you say what? Did you say this? We had the look, the lips. We knew. And it was from the time we were little. You knew the look. Now they're trying to say the look is abuse. They're taking all your discipline rights away. No, I'm not saying beat your child. I'm not saying do this, lock them up in a closet, put soap in their mouth or anything like that. But you teach them where they can't cross the line. Are we afraid of success? Are we afraid of getting to that next level? Are we afraid of asking someone to help us for fear that we may look weak? Are we afraid to partner together so we can succeed? Are we afraid the other person may be smarter than us and make me look bad, and they may discover I may not know as much as I say I know? That's crap. You can learn from each other. As a matter of fact, when you collaborate and partner with people, it's almost best to have someone opposite. And I think in schools, we should teach them from the first grade to collaborate and to work as a team. So when they get to college or high school where it's required, it's easy. I also think we should learn more than one language. Spanish, French, American Sign Language, I think should be in the curriculum from day one, from first grade or kindergarten all the way through to the 5th grade. And if they want to go further with the sign language, they can take it as an elective in high school and in college. But you can expose them to Spanish, American Sign Language, ASL, all of that. You can expose your children to that. And that would open it up. Music especially. I think that in the morning when the kids come in, we can have nice music and really a relaxing time and just get them prepared like the appetizer before you put the hard subjects. I think another problem with the test scores with the children is Sometimes they don't eat breakfast, which is very important. Your protein in the morning, your brain food in the morning, and sleep. But their brain doesn't really start kicking into gear. Some people are late morning or afternoon learners. So have the music, have the art, have all of that in the morning, and then it really gets them ready to learn the other subjects. And if you can, and you had a teacher's assistant, and you found out the gift of each child, work them in their gift and put them in little clusters or cohorts where you may have one that loves to write, one that loves to direct, one that loves to sing, one that loves to act, one that loves history. Put them all different and together, and they can have a production on a subject, whether it's history, math. Put somebody strong in math with somebody strong in reading, somebody strong in that, and they help each other. What are we afraid of? We may lose our job. Some people are afraid to be well because they may lose that disability check. So we have to take inventory of ourselves. And like I said before, Mary McLeod Bethune says, as I learn, I teach. But she also says, when you go into her university, enter to learn, exit to serve. Because your education is not just about you. It is for you to share. You must share your smile. So anyway, that's it. I just love the rain. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to go to sleep in my little cute shirt. I want you to see this really close here. My cute shirt. Thank you, Arrow. Thank you, Spear. Thank you, Sword. Thank you, LenaMarie and Bradley, for having the kids. I know you have Shield. Shield didn't paint on this yet. And thank you, Bradley. You provided the paint and the children. So that's what makes this fashion design just so cute. You know, it matches my hair and my earrings. So bye. Share your smile.